Speaking of which, Aussie exporters are just hours away from learning if they're going to be whacked with a Trump tariff. So, with his threat of attacks on Aussie business looming large, Donald Trump is casting a long shadow over the election campaign trail.
The Australian election is shaping up as a battle between the two major parties, a coalition of almost everybody versus Donald Trump.
That would be a good one. I'd like that.
It's just hours till kick-off on Donald's
Liberation Day,
in which he plans to announce sweeping tariffs on imports, retaliation against trading partners, likely to include us, for what he considers unfair practices. And every Aussie Polly near a microphone is eager to show they won't be cowed.
We are not willing to trade away the things that make Australia the best country in the world.
We won't be trading away what's important to Australians.
We will not be trading away any of the things that make our country great.
It's an unusual lockstep for dueling campaigns. The main disagreement between the two leaders seems to be over who is better equipped to handle Trump.
If I needed to have a fight with Donald Trump or any other world leader to advance our nation's interests, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Peter Dutton will always dial things up to 11. This guy has no experience in international relations.
Trump is like a looming cyclone on this election. No one knows exactly what the effects will be. Everyone's trying to prepare for it. But unlike a cyclone which we name, Trump doesn't get named. And the reason he doesn't is because nobody wants to be blamed for even worse trade sanctions or other retributions from Washington.
Labor is reportedly preparing to challenge the Trump administration at the WTO if Australia is included in the tariffs.
We're prepared for all possibilities.
The tough talk on Trump is crucial at a time when polls show half of Aussies feel less secure since his election. But the pollies are also treading softly, knowing maintaining diplomatic relations with the biggest economy in the world may mean avoiding any overt criticism of its leader.
Are you calling Peter Dutton Timu Trump?
No.
They're a trusted ally, but we'll agree to disagree on many things and prepared to do that in a respectful way.
Nobody wants to talk about the fact that Australia's closest ally has suddenly become a political negative and an unreliable partner. So it's a really difficult dance that both sides are doing at the moment.
With hours to go until Trump's tariff announcement, the government is reportedly warning Aussie businesses to brace for 20% tariffs across the board, a move that would have a huge effect on the global economy and possibly on the race for the top job here.
Yeah, Typhoon Trump, it's coming our way for sure, yeah. And it's amazing how it's impacting the Australian election already. I mean, 2 months ago, you kind of thought there was this global cultural vibe shift rightwards and that Peter Dutton would be the beneficiary of that. But 2 months on, after Trump said about annexing Canada and invading Greenland and taking over Gaza, things look very different. And I think the sort of crazier that Trump has got, it almost seems the stronger Anthony Albanese.
It's mostly the tariff stuff, though, isn't it? Because I feel like Australians are happy to engage with American politics at a distance as though it's showbiz a little bit. And they'll pick a team in the same way they pick a footy team and kind of barrack in that way. Tariffs has changed it because that's made it about our hip pockets, our industries, and it becomes a much more concrete thing.
Yeah, and when your nation is coming under fire from Donald Trump, the natural response often is to just rally round the leader. So perhaps we're seeing a little bit of that as well. I'm struck as well by, we've been banging on about anti-incumbency and how being an incumbent government's a real disadvantage. But, the government's been trying to shift the narrative on that and saying, at a time of such crazy international instability, stick with the government and that seems to have some resonance as well.
A lot of questions, isn't there? Number one, what is a tariff? But I'll look that up after the show.
Science degree?
Yeah, we didn't get to tariffs at a tape. Now.